Okay, well, I promised on this bill, which the Parental Rights in Education Act, or is the actual name of it.
Yes, exactly. It is the Parental Rights in Education.
And that is House and Senate Bill 1557, which did pass the legislature this past session, which is now over with. We had Mike Beltran on at the beginning. Well, that bill passed. That's the one they call the Don't Say Gay bill, which, of course, doesn't appear anywhere in the bill. It's a total slander to call the bill that, but that's what the corporate media is calling it. And Disney's come out now, and Disney said, they want to talk to Governor DeSantis, and they're not happy with this bill that the Florida legislature. So the people of Florida, through their elected legislators, get to make the laws of the state of Florida. Last time I checked, but now Disney, because they're such a big company, they're deciding they can just weigh in and say, hey, we don't like this. We don't like the law. Well, you know what? Hey, feel free to, take a hike as far as I'm concerned, because the people of the state of Florida do like the law. We did elect the legislators, and this is still our state, even though you do have a big corporation that operates here, Disney. And so Disney started getting pretty tough with Governor DeSantis. And what I love about this is some parents fired back, because all this bill does, by the way, is prevent, now get this, kindergarten through third grade. This bill prevents schools from talking about sexual orientation or gender identity for kindergarten through third grade. Now, how many of you folks have kids that are in kindergarten to third grade? Are they interested in gender identity or sexual orientation at that age? No. Not at all, and nor should they be. Their minds should not be sexualized at that age. That's exactly what the school systems are wanting to do, start talking about sex ed in kindergarten. Are you kidding me? They don't have any idea what that is, nor should they. They should be allowed to keep their childlike innocence. Well, one of the parents wrote in and wrote a kind of an open letter to Disney's CEO, and I just wanted to read you a little part of that because I thought it was pretty important, and I think it conveys the sentiments of normal people. So here's what she said. Dear Mr. Chapek, I am a simple stay-at-home mom of 4 children. My family is not important to you. Until this morning, we owned a small amount of Disney stock, tried to get to Disney World every couple of years, and have loved all things Disney for a long time. Today, our relationship with Disney came to an end. If Disney is not going to support protecting young children from activists, teachers, and predators, then we cannot trust Disney any longer with our children. I know the little amount of Disney stock we sold this morning will have no impact on your company whatsoever, but at least we will not be part of a company who seems to care more about appeasing a woke 20-something Twitter mob than keeping young children safe. And it goes on. She goes on to talk about a lot more stuff in her letter. But I thought that gives you the tone of it right there. And, isn't she right? I mean, aren't parents the ones that should be deciding what their children are taught, particularly at that age? I mean, you reach an age where you can't control the kids anymore, what they're going to look at on the internet, what they're going to hear from their friends, et cetera. But when you're talking about kindergarten to third grade, I mean, these are tender young children. Their minds are still forming. We need to protect them. And really the answer is that parents are the ones that should be making these decisions, not some woke mob.
Well, my child is almost 5, and last night she was playing in her bed, and she was climbing up to the top and saying, look at me, I'm Peter Pan. She goes, Peter Pan's a boy, so I'm a boy right now. I was like, okay, cool. Like, that's what this time period is for. That's what their youth is for, having fun, having imagination, and not being served an agenda in any way.
Well, if she made the mistake of pretending like that in school, they'd take her away from you and start giving her puberty blockers, right? They'd start giving her
places.
Yeah. Just to make sure, because she said she was a boy. Therefore, we have to take her from her parents and embrace that. Well, all right. So lots to think about there. Thankfully, that bill passed the Florida legislature, will be signed by Governor DeSantis. So the Disney CEO can, keep his opinion, keep his 2 cents for whatever it's worth. And people of Florida just don't care. Thank you for listening to the Morgan Streetman Show. We hope you enjoyed what you heard, and if you did, please click like and subscribe to help us out. And remember that we recommend that you exercise your brain at least once a week.